Is this director Adam Wingard? This is L. And before you and your team create any more terrible anime adaptations, I will find you and bring you to justice. Welcome back, guys, to another Careful for Spoilers movie review, and today I'm going to be talking about the Netflix original film, Death Note. The film was directed by Adam Wingard and stars Nat Wolff as Light. We have Margaret Qualley. Hi, got her name. I keep telling myself I was going to remember. And also stars Willem Dafoe as the voice of Ryuk, and of course Keith Stanfield as L. Now guys, I'll be perfectly honest, watching all the trailers, watching the news that was coming out about this film, I wasn't really excited at all. I had no expectations, I had no intentions, well, I mean I did have intentions on seeing it, but I had very low expectations for this film. I wasn't really impressed with the casting choices, and the only thing I was excited about was having Willem Dafoe as the voice of Ryuk, which, as you can imagine, is absolutely incredible. He is great as Green Goblin, and I think that in some other world he would be an amazing older Joker to an older Batman, but that's a podcast for a completely other day. But I have to say that I didn't hate it. I did enjoy parts of the film. The first and second act are really well done. It's an American adaptation of a Japanese manga and anime. As you can see, I love Death Note. I love the anime. I love the manga. I actually watched the anime first, and it led me to read the manga to see how well the anime adapted it. And I love both of them. Death Note was the first anime that unlocked my wall into other animes. Growing up, I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, Tenchi Muyo, Big O, Cowboy Bebop, Rurouni Kenshin, things that are really action heavy, and Death Note was the first anime that really opened my mind to looking at other anime in different genres. Like, this is a crime drama in anime form, and it is so well done, and it's so compelling, and it pulls you in to see these geniuses go back and forth. It's like no one's really the bad guy. Light thinks that he is doing justice by using the Death Note to kill people, and L is on the other side of that trying to stop him. And I really like their back and forth in the anime and the manga. Now, this is one thing that I will say the film is missing. And guys, I'm going to go into some pretty heavy spoilers for the rest of this review. And like I said, the first and second acts were well done. Keith Stanfield playing L, he got the mannerisms down. The filmmakers took their time and really analyzed the things that made L L, and all the things that I were worried about, he actually does really well in the film. I quite enjoyed his performance in the first and second act, and I'll say the same thing about Light. The film begins, we see Light in high school, and he is doing homework for students and getting paid for it, because we all know Light is a genius. So he's doing that, and out of nowhere, as we know in the anime and the manga, the Death Note falls from the sky right in front of Light. And I mean, you would be curious too. So he picks it up and we have a movie and the story prolongs. Now, introducing Mia, who they changed her name from the anime from Misa to Mia, which makes sense. Again, this is an American adaptation. His name is Light Turner, not Light Yagami. And I refuse to let stuff like that bother me, because I had the mindset going in that this was an American adaptation and things like this were going to happen. So Mia's character is completely different from the anime. Instead of her being a Light Yagami fan and a Kira fan, she is a fan of the Death Note and the power that the Death Note brings, which isn't a problem. It's just that the dynamic between Mia and Light, they made Light this pussy-like character coming towards the third act, and he becomes really boring. And Mia is constantly there slapping him in the face, telling him to grow balls and do what needs to be done. He eventually just shuts down and he's almost caught because of his stupidity, which is not like the light Yagami that we know as fans of the source material know this character. Same thing with L. Coming closer to the third act, he becomes very emotional and erratic after a certain thing happens in the film. I don't want to spoil that part for you, but it becomes completely different from anything that we know of Light. As far as Willem Dafoe as Ryuk, I mean, come on. You know he was going to be amazing, and he absolutely is. But again, the filmmakers almost made Ryuk more like a villain instead of somebody who just wants to watch the world burn by just throwing the Death Note into existence. There's a lot of exposition and detective work that I feel like is very missing from the film, and I won't hold it against them because, again, this film is only an hour and 40 minutes. You don't exactly have the time to flesh out that kind of stuff the way the anime did and the way you can do it with a manga, where somebody can read at their own pace and you can put in as much as a story as you want. So I won't penalize it for that. But I do have to say the shift in all the characters coming closer to the third act, they're completely different from how we started out. I was actually getting really invested into the story until the third act. And it just gets really slow, convoluted, and it kind of just falls apart. Guys, I'm going to give Death Note a C. It's not a terrible movie, but it's not a great movie either. So I feel like C is a pretty good middle ground for this film. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button so you can get more videos like this one. Hit me in the comment section. Let's have a dialogue. Let's talk about this film. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time.